Hey everyone, today we are talking about order of operations. Okay, so order of operations is basically this protocol that we want to follow when we are doing a multi-step problem in math. Okay, now I always like to say that order of operations is not some magical thing that is just the only way math works, but rather it's a system that mathematicians decided on, that they said, okay, let's always do things in this order so that we all get the same answers, right? If we didn't have this, for example, you could be doing this problem, 2 plus 4 times 3, and get a variety of different answers. So you could do 2 plus 4, that's 6, and then multiply by 3 and get 18, or you could do 4 times 3, that's 12, and then add 2, that's 14. Those are two completely different answers, and that's obviously not something that we would want in math. So we have this established order of operations. And so basically, we want to always start with operations that are in grouping symbols. So anything that is put in parentheses, right? So like 2 plus 3, that would be a grouping symbol. So we would want to start with something like that. We can also use brackets, which are similar to parentheses. Same thing. We would want to do those first. And then also when we have a fraction bar, that creates a grouping symbol as well. So if we had something like this problem, 5 minus 2 divided by 3, okay, we would do 5 minus 2 first. That is all grouped as the numerator of that fraction. So that would go first before then dividing by 3. Okay, so that's the first step. Second is to evaluate numbers with exponents. So that would be, obviously, anything with an exponent we would do first. So if you had something like 5 plus 2 to the second power, we wouldn't do 5 plus 2. We would do 2 to the second power, or 2 squared, which is 4, and then add 5 to get 9. Okay, then the next step that we do is multiply and divide from left to right. Always want to go from left to right, and we multiply and divide in that next step. Finally, our last step would be to add and subtract from left to right. So one helpful thing that we can use to remember this order of operations, and you may have heard it before, is Pemdas. Okay, so Pemdas stands for parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. Okay, now there are a few things about Pemdas that they don't fully cover everything in order of operations, right? So parentheses, we want to do anything in grouping symbols, not just parentheses. Okay, and then it's important again that we remember multiplication and division go at the same time. You don't do multiplication before division. So remember, this whole thing here is step 3, and then addition and subtraction is step 4, right? So this would be 1, 2, 3, and 4, like above. So that's something to kind of help you remember the order of operations. So let's take a look at a few practice problems. So here we have 30 divided by 7 plus 2 cubed times 6. So we want to start in the parentheses, okay? And then within that parentheses, we have addition, and we also have an exponent. So we want to do that exponent first, since that comes first in our order of operations. So 2 to the third power, that's 2 times 2 times 2, which is 8. So then this would be 30 divided by 7 plus 8 times 6. Again, 7 plus 8 is in parentheses, so we'll do that next. That's 15. So now we have 30 divided by 15 times 6. Now we go order of operations, multiplication and division from left to right. So 30 divided by 15 would go first. That's 2 times 6. And our final answer would be 12. Okay, let's look at another example. We have 6 plus 2 to the fourth power minus 1. So again, we want to do exponents first. 2 to the fourth power, that's 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. So we have 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8, times 2 is 16. So we have 6 plus 16 minus 1. Again, addition and subtraction from left to right. So this would be 6 plus 16 is 22, minus 1. Our final answer would be 21. One more problem here. We've got 9 plus 8 minus 2 divided by 3. Again, This fraction bar here represents division, and our numerator for that, 8 minus 2, would be grouped on its own. So we could rewrite this as 9 plus, we're going to do 8 minus 2 first, then divide by 3. So 8 minus 2 is 6. We have 9 plus 6 divided by 3. Now we've got 9 plus 6 divided by 3. We're going to do our division first. 6 divided by 3 is 2, and 9 plus 2 equals 11. So that's just a quick look at order of operations. Again, you can remember Pemdas to help you out. We're starting again with grouping symbols, followed by exponents, then multiplying and dividing from left to right, and adding and subtracting from left to right.